My mouth really freaking hurts. I really wanted to put out a video this week, but I failed to remember that I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out last week, and I didn't know how long it was going to affect my mouth. So right now, I'm speaking out of the side of my mouth right now. I'm trying the best I can to talk right now. So today I wanted to talk about my first year at Liberty as a school counseling student. If you've been here before, make sure you like this video for the algorithm. If you haven't been here before, make sure you subscribe and also like this video for the algorithm, please. I'm in the Online Master of Education school counseling program right now, and I've loved every bit of the process so far in my first year. This is actually not my first time in a graduate program, so I know I wanted to do school counseling, but I figured there's two ways to go about it. In the state of Virginia, there's only 4 social work programs. Where I was living in 2022 was close to a campus that provided a degree in social work.
Yeah, homegirl is clearly struggling.
At the time, I thought social work was the route for me because I was working in an office that was full of social workers, and most of them went to that school and told me about their program. I'm glad that I realized very quickly that the program wasn't for me and decided to make the switch. So last week when I was telling you guys about the licenses, with a social work license, you can get LCSW in the state of Virginia. It stands for Licensed Clinical Social Worker. And you guys know LPC stands for Licensed Professional Counselor. But essentially you do learn a little bit of the same thing. This hurts so much. I actually have loved every single one of my classes. I can't say a negative thing about any of them so far. So Liberty University is set up in 8-week courses rather than 16-week courses, which is very traditional. So my first semester, I had 3 courses. Gate 2, which is the orientation to school counseling. It's a 0-credit course that isn't graded. This class is more so about the documentation and your background checks so that you make sure that you're able to obtain licensure in the future. You get a lot of documents signed by your student advisor, and then you just submit it. And as long as all of those things are submitted, you'll pass the course. There's also quizzes that you need to take every week to make sure you understand the school counseling profession and all the documents that they send you. It's a pass-fail course, and you have to pass the class to basically take any other class at Liberty. It's pretty easy to get all of it done. I got my work done actually 2 weeks before it was all due at the end of the semester. They give you the entire semester to get every single thing done. They break it up into weeks so that they make sure that you stay on top of your other classes. I completed all of my stuff 2 weeks ahead of time. Next up, I took Professional, Ethical, and Legal Issues in School Counseling. This class essentially gives you scenarios for the types of issues that you're going to face as a school counselor. That essentially was the class. The only thing that I was a little bit confused about was the class is like, you feel like as a school counselor, as someone that wants to be a school counselor, you're reading it and you're like, why wouldn't someone already know this? To me, the class was more so about being a good person. The final class I took this semester was Human Growth and Development. This is essentially like child psychology if you ever took that in undergraduate classes. So I definitely passed the GATE course. I got an A- in Human Growth and Development, and I got a B in the ethics class. So for spring semester, I took 3 3-credit courses. The first, and by far my favorite class so far in school counseling, was Theories of School Counseling. This class explores in depth about counseling theories and the modalities used in school systems. The next course I took was Foundations of Education in School Counseling. It provided a foundation knowledge of the American school system and the history of school counseling. So this is just my opinion. I think it should be a 500 level course. I feel like this would be beneficial for somebody that doesn't know school counseling is for them. And the final course I took was Multicultural Counseling. Now, I took Multicultural Social Work, and that was like my least favorite class when I was in that program. I was fully expecting to not like this class. Essentially, you get to learn how to interact with different races, genders, cultures, etc. Then we have a big assignment throughout the entire semester where you get to interact with people outside of your culture that you've never interacted with before. The culture I selected was deaf culture, and I learned a lot that I also want to add into my thesis later on. I feel like it would be great if I got a chance to tell you guys a little bit more about deaf culture. If you like that idea, like this video. In that class, I earned an A-. In my theories class, I earned an A. And in my foundations class, I earned a B. Currently, as we're in the summer semester, I've been taking 3 3-credit courses. Well, technically, I've been taking 2. So for the first 8 weeks, I'm taking a 16-week course and an 8-week course. And then I'm still going to be taking that 16-week course when this 8-week course ends. And then I'll be moving on to the other 8-week course. So the 16-week course is Counseling Techniques. It's a synchronous course where we get to learn how to actually do counseling. It's the first class you get to actually learn how to do counseling and practice with your classmates. The 8-week course I'm taking is Counseling, Children and Adolescents in Schools, Social Emotional Development, and Exceptionalities. This course is more so about helping neurodivergent students, whether that means that they are physically handicapped or they have some mental issues, or even if they're a gifted child. Gifted children are included in exceptionalities too. When this class ends, I'll be taking Foundations of Exceptionality. This is essentially the same thing, except it's going to be talking more about service delivery, documentation procedures, and legal ethical issues. So that's the overview of my school counseling program so far. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and remember, Brianna takes care.